Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're seated here with Emil Crowley with DecodeMagazine.com at the 33rd International Jazz Festival here in Detroit. Seated next to me, a gentleman that I am a huge fan of, Brother Terrence Blanchard. A joy to have you here, my brother.
Oh, pleasure to be here, man.
Listen, I've been listening to your music a long time, and I don't even know where to begin. One of the questions I have to ask you is, what do you not do? When I start thinking about movie scores, when I think about the creative director of the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, add something to it.
No, I feel blessed, man. I've been very blessed. I just finished doing an opera, man. I was commissioned to do an opera for Opera St. Louis, but I've lived a charmed life, man. You know, what can I say? I've been very blessed to have the opportunities that I've had.
Hometown is where again?
New Orleans, Louisiana, man.
You know what? It just so happens my father's from there. That's how I got the name Emil. That's where all of my family, offsprings in the South, happen to come from. On my dad's side, it's from New Orleans. I know a little bit about gumbo and crawfish.
Watch yourself now. Well, my opera that I've just written is about a great fighter named Emil Griffith.
Whoa. Now I had no clue about that, so I'm learning a little something here. When you were growing up, who were your greatest influences with trumpet? How did you get down? How did you get into the game hardcore with it?
I mean, when I first got into the music, man, if the two guys that I listened to all the time when I was a kid was Miles Davis and Clifford Brown. I mean, those were the two very different styles, man, but those are the two guys who just like caught my attention, and I remember I just used to listen to them all day, and my parents thought I was nuts because I would listen to one track just all day because I really wanted to learn what it was that they were doing and trying to figure out what it was going on.
I tell you, with Clifford Brown in particular, my favorite track was Stardust. Stardust brought me to tears. It was
Right.
unreal. That was my favorite with him.
For me, it's Portrait of Jenny.
Whoa.
Yeah,
So you like all heavy stuff. Is that why you're into opera now and all that fun stuff? What fueled that inspiration?
Well, it's interesting, man. My father studied opera and never sang professionally, but he was a baritone, and I heard opera a lot growing up in the house. And I guess from all of my film writing, man, these people at the Opera St. Louis Company, they approached me about doing a project. They wanted to do something to collaborate with a jazz artist, and my name was one that came up, and they approached me, and then initially they wanted me to do something about Katrina, but I didn't really want to deal with that topic. I'd already done that, and I really love the story of Emil Griffith. So, we're working on it right now. We've done a couple of workshops. It's going to premiere June of 2013.
Sounds good. Now I have to ask you a personal question. What's on your iPod?
Man, everything under the sun, man. From Disturbed, heavy metal, bro, to Fred Hampton, bro, Donnie McClurkin, brother, to Mint Condition, John Coltrane, Eric Dolphy. I mean, it runs the gambit, you know what I mean? I just like a lot of different types of music.
I feel particularly close to you because this evening I ran into some of my old friends, Rodney Whitaker.
Yeah.
We also have in common James Carter and a few others like Ali Jackson. So how nice to have you here.
Man, Ali Jackson was the man. And his brother, man, I don't know what happened to his brother. He had a brother that played trumpet, was very talented too.
He's still around as well. Listen, Brother Terrence Blanchard, I'd like to thank you for your time and your patience.
Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been with DecodeMagazine.com. Thank you so much right here in Detroit at the 33rd International Jazz Festival. Thank you so much.